Oh, what? Oh, I pressed a button. What is up, gamers? Welcome back to the Virtual Reality Masters League. I'm your host, a goddamn superhero, and we have REKT versus Soulstice as part 2 of our Season 10 North American semi-finals. It's happening, it's here, and unfortunately I've lost my duo of why you couldn't see anything on my screen. I need to reset the picks and bans. We were just hopping in and hopping out, but soon we'll be here. So I'm just waiting on teams to give me their picks and bans. We're gonna be in this very soon, but while we're waiting, let me head you guys on over to the browser so we can see what's happening. For those who weren't here a few minutes ago, this is the VRML Fall Festival. We have Pavlov finals, we have Onward finals, and we also have Echo Arena finals. But today we're here for the Season 10 championships. We're in the semifinals, and tomorrow is the finals for a total chance at a prize pool of $5,600. And so in North America, if they win today and tomorrow, grand champions get $380 for their team, 8 HyperX Cloud Mix headsets, 5 products from Asterion. We don't have exactly what those are just yet, 4 VR cover kits, and personalized player jerseys from the VRML, or VRML jerseys from Arma, but you know, and then lastly, next up, second place, 8 HyperX Cloud Buds, and lastly in third, 8 HyperX Cloud earbuds. Today's format is a best of 3. We just finished up shortly ago Dream Team versus My Voltron list, and whatever their current iteration of their name is, they change it quite a bit. But that one went in the favor of Dream Team, as Voltron List had to play a player down, unfortunately. And so today, hopefully we don't see the same for REKT versus Soulstice. Hopefully we see something beautiful coming out here today. So what are these two teams? We have REKT here on top, number 1. No surprises there. But Soulstice coming out of the closed qualifiers, 15-8 on number 7. And so we'll have to see how they handle this matchup. On REKT here today, we have Basil Maz, Chill Step, Mountain Dew, Tarmac, the Jaffam, Kamoli, Crumb, and Vision. These guys have had a 12-0 season, mostly playing Dust 2 at the top. You see Stockpile next up, Inferno. What's hard about this is you can't use the win percentage because they only lost 1 map overall this whole season. But you can look at the round win percentage to see how close those games are. It's going to be a more accurate measure of what teams, what maps these teams need to pick here today. When we look on the opposite team, though, we see Soulstice. We have Scuba Steve, Mara, Andy Bojangles, Bazinga, Hudson, Leo Lil, and Shua. And so an 8-7 season, relatively even for them, playing Stockpile on top, next Manor, Cache, and Museum. And so overall, these maps are relatively up there, winning about 2/3 to half of the time, relatively even round win rates. And so, it's not going to be so much on REKT, what does REKT pick, but it's going to be how well does Soulstice handle playing against REKT on each of these maps. And so there's no one here that particularly sticks out, but we'll likely just see the maps that these teams are mostly playing a lot. But in the past, earlier in the year, this is a few months ago, but we did see a Soulstice 14-30. That was Stockpile 7-0, Dust 2 1-10, and Museum 6-10. So decent games, although Dust 2 looks like it might have not went too well given the side. So from here, what has changed, though? I do think that Soulstice has a much better chance than compared to what we see on the scores here. Why? Well, because REKT, they went and were off season for a little while. They went, slightly out, so they might not be a little washed, and that's what Soulstice needs to see if they can overcome here today. They got to hope that they're not ready, as they've been playing other games and training for those as well. Got to see REKT live in person. It was beautiful. Met all of them. Plenty of kisses and hugs, mostly kisses. But we're just going to be waiting a moment as we try to get those picks and bans here today. I don't see the teams are exactly ready yet, but hopefully we get that soon. Earlier, I had a heated discussion about what is our big topic in the league at the moment. We were talking about unlimited ammo versus limited ammo. I'm an unlimited ammo fan. I don't need to go into that here all the way, but I want to know what you guys think in the chat. Should we change the rules of the game? Should SMBD be a different game? Should we divert from Dave's design and go with the original Sin of Man limited ammo, or stick with how the game was intended to be played? An unbiased question. So I'm looking over at the moment to see what's happening here. What's waiting to see what the teams pick. I'm trying to get on Twitch to see, are they there? Are they even aware that the game is going to be happening? That would be very unfortunate if not, because I do see Andy's here. So Andy is live, but he has. Can I see? Yeah, I can't see anything. No, this man's hiding the content from me. I can't see. All right, gamers. My team did very bad this season. Who's gonna take me up? Who's gonna save me? That's the real question. Slay Exodus, my coach, my captain, can't save me. Who else can save me? That's the real question. Send me on our way. So here today, I mean, if we have to put odds on things, realistically, REKT has a very good odds of winning. So after that, we have a match of Dream Team versus potentially REKT. And I think we can look at historical. Actually, you can't see on the website historically what happened in the finals. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but I can tell you who probably won. The question is, can it be overthrown? The question is, why is REKT still on top? We need teams to climb up to tear them down. I'd love to see that here today. if Soulstice can do it, if Dream Team can do it, that's the kind of games we want to see. Until then, I also want to see the bands, the picks, wondering what's next. You guys, the beta. Oh my god, I'm actually insanely excited. I know that the Pavlov beta is coming relatively soon, TM on Monday. It's gonna be hype once we're there. You know, I can't wait to see what's in store and how the new changes affect the game. I don't know if they've announced yet if faction weapons are going to be there, but I really do think that is going to lead for a lot of meta changes, and I wonder if the maps that we play will make sense anymore. Will they need to be adapted? Will you know, will the new IK give us grooves that the casters can focus on? We can see all the dances. We can see Scuba Steve typing right now. That's not in the Pavlov update. That's just happening on Discord. It's happening right now. It's hype. It's exciting. Come on, tell me those bands, baby. I just want to know. All right, and he did. Scuba Steve, the man, the myth, the guy in the scuba suit, has told us the bans, and I don't know if they're in order, but we're gonna pretend like they are. First off, we're starting with REKT banning Dust 2, the map that they played, and didn't do too hot on. Or REKT did hot on. Soulstice didn't do too hot on. After that, next up, it's gonna be Inferno on the opposite side. After that, we have an Inferno. We just saw a very sided map, you know, getting rid of some of the CS maps here. After that, we have Museum as our home ban. Museum is very similar to Mirage in layout, and so again, maybe along the same kind of theme here, but Museum also, people seem to have some issues with nades, and so I know that there's a balance on how people feel about that. And then lastly, Manor, a common pick these days, but Manor, I think, is actually one of the more balanced maps of overall, but they got rid of it. So soon enough, we'll be able to see what is the actual map in just a moment. As we've got rid of the bans. We have Stallbreaker, we have Cash, we have, oh no, Vice, Industry, it's 4, we need 2 more. Stockpile, Oil Rig. I remember, that's the first time I've remembered without looking, and I'm very proud of myself for that. Andy is now showing me his screen. Thankfully, I'm able to see a little bit of the action, get some of that early intel for you guys here today. Hopefully, I'll have, you know, exactly what that map is. We can start talking kind of what we think. It's Cash. It's going to be Cash, and REKT is going on the defense here. Cash is one of those where I think that it does lean a little bit towards the CT. Depends on the pushes, but I would favor it that way at the moment. Let's set our first map as Cash, and let's get ready to see what's gonna happen here. They're finding the game server. It's gonna be up to you know, our offense here to do quite well in the first half. You know, it's REKT, right? We have to hedge it just a little bit. I have faith. I believe. I'm gonna get a prediction ready so that way you guys can have that in just a moment. Give me but a moment here. Map 1 is gonna be REKT versus Soulstice. And they're loading in. This is gonna be quick, and hopefully we don't have any map resets here in just a second. Loading up Cash. This is going. We're gonna hop right into it. And they look like they're playing. Cool, okay. And let me send you guys on over to the gameplay. So we're there, but we have a player down. What is that? Oh, that's my dad's phone. Okay. All right. So maybe we aren't playing. I do see a player down. Oh no, he's in it last minute, and so they're killing each other. They're gunning down in the streets. The question is, will they be gunning down in the sheets here in a second as they got to make their bed that they you guys, I'm trying. Why don't I have the thing saved? What? All right. We're gonna head on over to the offense here. I for sure have casted this map this season. All right, so we're seeing Tech 9s, we're seeing Glocks on the REKT side, and we're seeing Glocks and yeah, Tech 9 as well. Tech 9 great at long, Glocks great at short range, and so we'll see how our enemies use this. We have a B push with Scuba Steve and Hudson taking a little bit of mid control. We'll see how they go, but they stacked up 2 on B, pushing in a little bit. We see Crumb and Jaffa, or sorry, Basil Moss both on site. And they're going wide. They're just taking the risk, and they're very exposed when they do this. We'll see how they handle this here in a second, but it's not looking too good as, Crumb and Basil are holding the site. Leal, yep, pushes in, gets killed. And so now we just have Andy Bojangles alone, afraid, and on the B side still. So putting the prediction up now for you guys, a minute in the past. Andy Bojangles getting shot at. And yeah, it's 1 versus 5. He's got a close range gun, and we missed Chill Step sneak behind. And I've been saying this all before. Step on me, Chill Step. I embarrassed a lot of people in public by screaming that. All right, so right now we had Crumb getting 3 of those kills. Basil and Chill each getting 1 respectively. We're seeing the UMPs pop out, and we're going Deagles on the offense here. So we'll see how they handle that in just a moment. Deagle is good for the long range because you get the headshot, and I can't tell if we're seeing on REKT, if they're just saving their guns from the previous rounds. Now we're seeing UMPs. Okay, Basil Moss probably saved. I know he is a little bit of a sniper elite. We're having movements, just trying to get some map control. Everyone's moving around. We got, okay, Scuba versus Chill could be a fight here in a second. I think it looks like Scuba is aware he's there. Chill is ready for it, and Chill, he does have the faster gun. We have one more player here. We have Hudson. Leo kills Basil though, and that's depending on if they win or not. Basil needed that money for his beloved 50 cal. All right, there we go. Hudson and Chill trade, and so at least that is 1 kill. We have Mara and Andy left in the mid. But Andy is in a fight against Tarmac on A site. Tarmac taking a hit. Andy also taking hits, so again, faster gun versus a potential chance at an insta-kill. Move to Tarmac's perspective. We have the mid closing in. Tarmac kills Andy, and Jaffam takes out Mara. All right, 2-0, 4-0 right now for Crumb, 3-1 for Chill Step and Jaffam. Tarmac both 1-0. Basil Moss 1-1. Leal and Hudson 1-2, and we're waiting for Soulstice members to get those guns so that way they can take out the enemy the way they're used to. Moving on, looking like A with a little bit of a mid here. Usually a nade can go in both up there and over here. They went on the outside. It can be a little dangerous, but timing-wise, I think they could have been hit if the enemy went for it. Right now, Jaffam's holding the mid. We have 3 players pushing up. Looks like they're moving this over to a B push, getting the vent, but Crumb's underneath. The question is, will Crumb take a shred of what's coming towards him? Oh, there we go. Sick vent. Looks like Hudson might be struggling with the vent here. There we go. He's broken now. And Mara takes out Crumb. Was able to help his teammate. But Basil Moss is behind, getting some map control. Mara has the bomb alone, afraid on B. Basil and Chill both get a kill. Mara takes out Basil. Now we just need to see Hudson and Mara work together here. Tarmac takes out Mara. And now we have Hudson on an early grave. 3-0, baby. And we have 5-1 for Crumb, 4-1 for Chill Step. Mara with a 2-3, and Leal and Hudson each sharing a 1-3 respectively. All right, so these guys are, they're loaded up on guns, and they're gonna have, they went AKs all day. We have Basil Moss seeing his 50 cal now. The AK, if you can land those headshots, it's great. We'll see if the enemy, protects their head. Always wear protection is what I've been told. But sometimes it just feels good to buy armor and save that money on something else. You know what I'm saying? So, kids, just do what feels right. All right, we have Crumb pushing up here in just a second. Oh, no, he's went away. Jaffam gets Hudson in the middle. You have Leal and Mara gonna have some opportunity to move. They probably heard Crumb. They're going up to shoot, hoping Tarmac's still there from the last round. And they're stopped. Basil Moss kills Leal. There we go, we lost him here. And this is the problem. When you get stuck, when you aren't able to make those moves, you lose a lot of control. Chill Step gets Scuba. Now we have Mara and Andy on the run. And Chill Step has control of A. And so he's going to be behind this. He's going to be able to hear them. As long as he just crouches. Oh, no, he's going to go for it. Getting one. And Mara takes him out, though, in the end with a headshot. That's what I was saying. That's headshots make a difference. Mara unscathed, unhurt, but unable to push onto the B side, or A side, excuse me, as we have one more round that goes by. 4-0 in favor of REKT at the moment. 6-2 for Chill Step, 5-1 for Crumb. Mara with the 4-4, and Leal and Hudson still sharing that 1-4 as well. So they are on a full loss bonus now. They can buy as much as they want. They can basically afford everything that they're used to, a standard round, and so we'll see if it works for them. Plenty of smokes in the mid. We'll see how Japham handles this, but they're going all A all day, or say all day, all A. I make jokes and I can't even say them on my own, or at least my writers make the jokes. Tarmac getting ready to toss a nade in there, maybe a smoke, and it bounces, and we oh no, sorry, that was a red bounce. It's blue bounce, doesn't do any damage because of the lip. Tarmac is Andy and Mara gets Tarmac. Chill Step on top against Scuba. Scuba is gonna try to take the fight. Chill Step backs away from it. The flash inside, holding him back, and Leal's the only one on site. Basil and Japham were able to get onto site, taking him out. And Scuba's also taken out in the process by Chill. Mara takes out Japham. Mara runs, and same with Hudson. And we have no B players. And so B's completely open. Crumb and Basil are there. Crumb looks like he knows that could be a B very soon. And so we'll see in a moment if he properly handles this. Crumb shoots. Now they're aware that he's there. He drops. And Hudson's on site, but Mara's behind. And so, all right, Hudson versus Basil. But Crumb takes out Mara. So Hudson versus 2, and Mara had the bomb. 20 seconds left. Crumb and Basil just need to hold him back, prevent him from getting onto site. Because he's trapped. 19 seconds. He's got to figure this out. Hudson has to push. There's really no other option. Crumb's making footsteps. It's too late now to plant the bomb. Hudson gets Basil. Hudson gets Crumb pulled up by Crumb. And that was very close. It felt like they both whiffed a sec there. 5-0 in favor of REKT still. 7-3 for Chill Step. 7-1 for Crumb. 6-5 for Mara, and Scuba Steve with the 1-5. So we're seeing a variety of gun, the smorgasbord of destruction. But the question is, can Soulstice grab a point here? If I had my fellow co-caster, Explosion, he would have always bet on the underdog. He likes a story that has some hope, but I like the demise of a few of our players here. And so we'll see. But Hudson takes out Chill Step, 5-4 now in favor of Soulstice. Can they keep the round going? Crumb has to back away. Oh no, he's going up to the top. We see these guys kind of dancing around, maybe moving on to an A side. Yep, and Andy taking the bomb A-ward. And so Hudson's grabbing a nade. And there we go. Never mind, Japham was able to back away from that. Scuba Steve kills Tarmac and Crumb. And now it's 4 versus 2. They're gonna be able to plant the bomb in here in just a second. Andy gets away before Jaffin's able to shoot. And we have Basil Moss versus Hudson if Basil Moss decides to go for it. Basil Moss does not. He goes through the mid. Japham is making the push though. Jaffin's corner, and we'll see what he does. Jaffin's gonna go up, and Andy, I was gonna say Andy's gonna take him down. There we go. Andy does take him down as Basil Moss holds that gun for the next round. 50 cal, long range, also great at the short as well. It's just a little bit of a insta-kill shotgun. There we go. Shot the camera. He knew we were there. The ghost of Pavlov haunting him as Soulstice grabs their first point here. Mara on top of his team with 6-6, and we have Scuba Steve 3-6. Crumb with 7-2 on his, and Chill Step with the 7-4. Dropping the bomb. Who's gonna pick it up? No one. Is that Quant? Oh, no. They don't know. There we go. Andy turns around. He's got his eyes on the prize and on the bomb now as he goes to pick it up. Looks like we're going to go B-word here, but Basil and Crumb out very wide. And Leal gets Crumb with that. and Basil Moss cracking open B site. Jaffin's gonna come rotating in, and no, Leo goes for the util and gets, you know, isn't able to find that utility. Takes out Jaffin with it. Sorry, does some damage to Jaffin with it. Chill Step gets Scuba, but yeah, they had some momentum there, and I get the idea of pushing in further, grabbing your util, being the hero, but guess what? You take one arrow to the knee and you're out. Hudson, though, pushing on the top of the roof, taking the mid, and, you know, they cracked open B, but they just decided to rotate after they lost it for a sec. Chill's there, ready, a flash and dash, and they can potentially get him. Chill goes wide, and he takes him out. Yeah, it's a Mara gets him eventually. Actually, Hudson helps take him eventually. It's just Jaffin versus 2. They can plant the bomb if they have it. Do they have it? Oh, Jaffin takes out Hudson. The bomb. There we go. And so now it's Jaffin who's all the way back. If he defaults, he's going to be fine. And he knows where Jaffin has to come from. Move over to here, get control. There we go. He does it. He's going to do the peek. Oh, and Jaffin's also checking, and Jaffin made it work. Jaffin's gonna go pick up some guns into the next round, and that was Soulstice almost getting their second point as REKT wrecks him. But very close. I mean, yeah, it's just unfortunate we had whoever was over here get picked off. Well, they turned around. I believe it was Hudson, and yeah, Mara just lost a fight, unfortunately. So. All right, 6-1, 2 rounds left in the half. The question is, can Soulstice bring it around on the other side, or or is this just momentum loss? Unfortunately, like I said, this is definitely something where the CTs have a little bit of an advantage here, in my opinion. You get kind of pushed into a couple hallways. There are some pushes that work, but I definitely think statistically it's just easier for the CT. Again, this interesting map control here. The question is, does Leo and Mara know about Basil Moss? Leo looks like he does, but Crumb can peek, and they're gonna cause a distraction. Basil Moss just needs to wait a little bit. Oh, there we go. Crumb gets Mara, Basil gets Leo, and now that B side is reverse cracked. Chill Step gets Scuba Steve. Andy takes out Basil as he, held a little bit of map control after Basil thought it was all over. But yeah, this is the opposite of what we saw that first time, where it did really work for Soulstice here. Jaffin and Crumb just kind of dancing, trading off. Plenty of health each. Crumb gets Hudson. Andy alone, afraid, and with the bomb and in the ground. So 7-1, 1 round left in the half, and we're not going to see a lot of utility actually on Soulstice here. They've elected to buy armor, although their enemies mostly use armor, like AKs or 50 cals, and they could have used that money for some utility to set up sites. 3 flashes I just don't think is enough, and I think we're gonna see an 8-1 half here. They dodged. This is where I was talking about dodging that nade, but REKT hasn't been throwing it. They don't need to throw it. I mean, it's working for them as is. Chillstep pushes up. Chillstep tosses in an early nade. Smoke. And yeah, they're going aggressive here, but Tarmac Chillstep back off. Tarmac though completely wide, but actually just wide enough. As he gets 2, Mara takes out 1, and now Mara, Andy, and Hudson have to figure out what to do in a 3 versus 4 with no grounds gained. Beginning that rotate, and you see Basil Moss already rotating back. They're not gonna fall for this. They kind of just, as soon as they lose a little bit of room, they rotate immediately, and I think REKT is picking that up. But Hudson picked up Jaffin as he got a little bit of room in the mid. Basil Moss is going to move towards the mid. Crumb, though, very hurt, but under in the B area. We kind of needed to see Hudson go through the through this room here, through the checkers, to kill him. We'll see if Mara and Andy are aware. Mara and Andy both very hurt, but so is Crumb. Problem is Basil is nearby. Silent movements. Crumb is there, but is he checked? No, but Basil gets Hudson. Crumb gets Mara, and now it's Andy versus Crumb. Crumb, a flash in the air, and never mind. Wait, Basil kills Crumb. Oh no, the name tags. That's not what we expected, but still, it's enough. Andy has 1 health left, basically, and 1 chance to get in there, but he doesn't have the bomb on him. He doesn't have a point. for that round. End of the half, though, Andy at 3 and 8, Leo with 3 and 8, 5 and 8 for Hudson, 3 and 9 for Scuba, and Mara with the 7 and 9, Basil Moss 7 and 5, Tarmac 5 and 5, Crumb 10 and 4, Chillstep with the 10 and 5, and the Jaffam 10 and 3, and the Least Death Award. So we're going an interesting pick for Basil. Again, I mean, I know he's going for that 50 cal, but going for Deagle for first round, you're gambling on that headshot, but you know, if you can make it work, that's what it's there for. I wish I could do that. That's a dream of mine someday. Chillstep going a little bit in, gets a smoke perfectly cooked for Scuba. Scuba basically can't use this site unless he exposes himself. They get control, they push up to Tree. Tree smoked off, Hudson's in there. Scuba gets Chillstep though, and Scuba also gets Tarmac. Tarmac takes out Scuba. Mara's on top getting Basil. And now we have Mara making it work. Jaffam alone, and about to get, oh, he's keeping that Least Death Award, at least for a little bit, as Andy eventually takes him out. So 8 and 2, there we go. Soulstice getting a little bit of momentum, and that's a pistol round. And so we're gonna see them buy Deagles, them as in REKT here, but Soulstice is just going guns deep. So interesting. You know, that's going to put them in a, if they win, fine economic situation. But if they lose players, they could be arming their enemy here. And so I get the strat, you know, play with what you're used to. If you don't like the UMP, don't get it. But make sure you stick together. You don't want those enemies to pick up the guns. So slow movements from REKT's side. Grenades going in a little too cooked. And so that did not do any damage. Hudson gets Tarmac. There we go. AKs and headshots go well together. Hopefully Crumb and Basil go well together as they are alone pushing onto this site. Oh, sorry, I missed Chillstep here. Not that alone. Hudson takes out Jaffam, and that's the mid. Leal is pushed up. Leal's the one with the UMP, gets a kill with it, and that's $800 on Leal's pocket. Mara gets Crumb, and now it's just Chillstep. And Mara closed the door, preventing Leal from getting the kill as the armored, the gun doesn't penetrate through that one. If Leal could get the kill, that's good money. And his team just cucked him out of it. Mara's gonna go for it. Oh, baby, and they double knife. And so, although that's Mara's money, it's more money for Chillstep because they're definitely gonna be a little bit down. And so, you know, able to get into this, but yeah, that's gonna allow Chillstep to have some utility, which is gonna make the offense just that much better. Both team buying guns again, but we're seeing, there we go, that utility that Soulstice has, 8 and 3, it's a chance to come back here. If they could at least bring the game a little closer, that'd be hype, and I accidentally bumped the button, moving us on to Chillstep as they push into the mid. We're zooming out as Hudson tries to stop him, he flashes Jaffam, and he backs away as Leal fills in the position. They had stacked onto A, and now they're rotating off as we're trying to find out how they can handle this. Looks like it is actually like moving A-ward though, and they thought it was going to be a B. Leal moving off that sugar cube area, which is this white box here, backing in. Tarmac making room with Jaffam, and they're pushing up. And so A site's kind of open besides Mara. Leal and Jaffam, actually Leal gets Jaffam, Tarmac gets Leal, Hudson gets Chillstep, and and Tarmac. And so now, again, in favor of Soulstice, 4 and 2. We have Crumb, who's in A main. The question is, who has the bomb? Who has that bomb? Basil? No. No bomb. Oh, there we go. Bombs in the mid. And open and expose, just the way I like it. But unfortunately, it's not going to help them today. A little bit of modesty goes a long way. And if, you know, yeah, that exposure is not going to be good here. Basil Moss is going to hold the roof for a second, but it looks like he's going to go for it. He's not going to, or maybe he hides. 24 seconds left on the clock. He's peeking. He's hunting. Dog will hunt. Silkweed's asking in the chat if this is the first map, and yes, this is the first map of REKT and Soulstice here today. 8 and 3 in favor of REKT. So there we go. Picked up the bomb. Picked up a little bit of patience as well as we wait into the next round. So 8 and 4 in favor of Soulstice again. They got some momentum as you know. Like I said, this is kind of CT-sided. As good as REKT is, you know, it's hard to crack when the sites just kind of lean towards one way. But what this means is Soulstice does not have room for much error. They have to keep holding this the rest of the game if they want to make the first map theirs. Going for a B push here, mostly through the long area. Tarmac is over by maybe an A. They're kind of defaulting a bit even, actually. Yep, he's going into A. Jaffam's holding the mid. Steve might be our first. Oh, yep, our first kill as Basil takes out Steve. B's cracked open. We have no one else here. Hudson's going to get there a little late. He's going to be able to help, but it's not enough as REKT has basically got the site. They got the plant, and the question is, can Soulstice get the point? Because they sure as hell need it. They're on site. Nades would be great, but oh, and they flash himself. Crumb gets Mara. Mara gets Crumb, and that's from the grave, baby. Andy Bojangles rotating in from tree and takes out, or actually Leal steals the kill, getting Basil. Chill gets 2. Leal and Hudson, and it's Bojangles versus 3, and alone and dead. 9 and 4. That was going well for Soulstice, but again, they just leaned very heavy A there. It didn't have, and they lost their one player on B. REKT cracked it, pushed in. And potentially our match point here as, remember I was talking about utility. We're not seeing a lot of utility on Soulstice this time now. And so this is where I think things become a little bit more challenging for them. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. 9 and 4. 1 bullet, 1 gun, 1 life to live. Can they do it? Kind of the same sort of default play. They think it's going to work for them again. But this time, Scuba Steve is on site. They crack Andy again. Is there a chance? Kind of keeping an angle for this. Maybe we go from Andy's perspective. What do his Elven eyes see? Oh, he sees death, but he also sees a good target for his nades. He throws in 1. He flashes them a second time. They're flashed, but a nade comes in. Almost perfectly cooked. The chef gets 4.5 stars for that one. The Jaffam takes out Scuba Steve. Andy gets Basil, and they get the... Oh, where's the bomb? I don't think they have the bomb. Oh, there we go. It's on the ground, but Andy's smoked out and not able to get the to hold the spot anymore. They get the plant. We're gonna see Jaffam here onside getting Leal. Mara takes out Jaffam, and now it's 3 versus 2. Chill steps onside, but he took out 3 last time, so that doesn't matter if he's hurt. It just matters if he sees you first. Well, okay, apparently it does. He did see them, so they must have died very quickly. As we see all 3 of those players out. Unfortunately, when Pavlov freezes like this, that means the map is over. So right now, Andy Bojangles 5 and 9, Scuba Steve 5 and 12, Leal with the 6 and 12, Hudson 10 and 11, Mara 14 and 11. On the winning team, Basil Moss 9 and 9, 7 and 9 for Tarmac, 11 and 8 for Crumb, 13 and 8 for Chillstep, and Jaffam at the top with 15 and 7 and the least death award. Let me send you guys back onto the scoreboard. We'll update everything over there. We'll reward you for all those points. And why don't you reward yourself with a blue product from one of our sponsors, Asterion. Check them out. While I was doing that ad, I thought I might have been sick, but I am heating up after seeing those products from Asterion and all the other products from our wonderful sponsors. But most of all, I appreciate you guys being here, checking it out, being on the stream. We had Evil Creature and Zion's Kingdom. Both of you guys, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that as we try to grow and improve the VRML. If you haven't already joined, if you're not in the Discord, if you're not on the Twitter, the TikToks, YouTube. I say TikTok's like a grandpa, you guys. What the heck? I'm on TikTok. Why am I saying it like that? Anyways, the point is that there's plenty of places for you to check out the VRML, to join, to be a part of it, or maybe just watch. You know, everyone likes to find someone who will let them watch. And so it's great. Appreciate it. And, let me know in the chat if you want links to anything. I'll send them over to you. So, speaking of links, will they direct me soon into what the next map is? Yes, they're on Stahlbrecher. Let's go. They're making this easy. They're making this quick. That's what I want to see. So we're in the Revo round, the predictor of all. Let me head you on to the gameplay though. And Oh, this is just them loading the map. Oh, no, they're going. Okay. So we have 2 players who had to download it. Yep, so this will not be it. And so give it just one moment as we try to figure out, you know, what will be the actual map. These players, unfortunately, don't have everyone there. Sometimes, you know, you don't have the maps loaded, whether there be a change or whether you cast. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a bug where when you cast a map like this using Pav TV, it deletes the map. So not everyone had it ready, but soon enough, they'll be in. We'll be having our gameplay here in a sec. I'll keep my eyes on this for you. So right now, Stallbreaker. Let's go look at the stats because that's what's going to be important here. So let me head you guys on over to how these teams played it. So when we look for Stallbreaker, this is the team of Soulstice here. Stallbreaker, 4-3, 75% map win rate, but a 59% round win rate. And again, this is REKT we're talking about. When we look at REKT playing this, you know, they've only lost 1 map this season, but REKT doesn't play Stallbreaker too much. They have a good round win percentage on it. So who knows? We'll see in a little bit if this is going to be, you know, good for them. But in a moment, we should be back in that matchup and be there. But yeah, I do think this will still be a challenging fight for our friends here on Soulstice. But hopefully they can overcome. I think I'm going to change the prediction to be more of like a can they get 5 points sort of thing, as we want to make sure that you guys are putting money down, being competitive with that cash. I see everyone in. I'm sending you guys over to the gameplay. Give me 1 second while I set up the prediction start. Map 2. Will Soulstice get 5 points? Hell yes. No way. And so, speaking of getting it, they're about to get on with this round. We are at the beginning. We have Jaffam with it, Tech 9. We see Deagles. We see 1911s, Glocks. We're seeing a cornucopia of weapons. Again, I used Smorgasbord last time. Now I'm using cornucopia. I have my dictionary out, but I need my thesaurus next because I'm going to run out of words soon enough. And we are going for a good old salsa split. A little tango, a little default. So right now, REKT has stacked themselves over on the B side. The question is, can these guys stack themselves on there as well? You guys, the writer strikes rough. Every now and then I start like a sentence and I don't know where I'm going with it. Just like these guys don't know if they can win, but today it's their chance to find out. I believe, I have faith in Soulstice. And so, okay, we started the crack on the B, and B is a fake, you guys, just so you know. This is going to be an A push here in just a second. Andy's running in, but Basil Moss is taking him out. Scuba Steve is there on site. The question is it enough? Is it enough? All right, I'm dropping this. And there we go. They're rotating in as they lost all the B players. This is going to give them points with this plant, but it's not enough for them to get the win here, as it's, well, now 4 versus 1. Leo's gonna have one of the better defenses here on radio, but Tarmac flies in. Oh, and Leo, sends him back off. Delayed that flight. Crumb takes out Leo, though, unfortunately. And there we go. They got the plant money, and so that's enough to make some of the cash work for him. Let's see if if they can bring it around next round. Bezamos diffuses. Oh. There we go. Bezamos had a little bit of a finger troubles there, it looked like. Or maybe help Crumb would hope. Sorry, hoped Crumb would help. You guys, Pavlexia is kicking in. Unfortunately, this is what happens after a couple hours of casting. But what happens in the second round after a plant is we see AKs, we see guns, we see both teams buying up, except for Bezamos, because we know he's saving for that 50 cal. But everyone else buys into this. This is where, we get to see the gun rounds early. Looks like we're going for something similar. Let's check if Scuba and Andy have the bomb. I think what they're going to do is they're going to attack before the A players again, and they're going to try a very similar kind of play here. Hoping that they can train their enemy, hoping that they can set them up. But Crumb is hoping to get an early peek here. Andy Bojangles is ready for it, but Crumb is even more ready. Never mind, Andy Bojangles with a headshot in Z. All right, so they crack that open, and Jaffam, stalwart, sturdy, standing still. Mara gets chill step. All right, so now both sides being pushed in. Jaffam pops out a piss and kills Andy. Scuba gets Basil Moss, and now they know Jaffam's there. Looks like oh, here we go. Scuba kills Jaffam. Mara gets Tarmac, and that's Soulstice getting a point. 1-1 right now, and we have Leo at the top, and same with Merritt and Scuba, 2-1. That's why you got to read a little bit ahead, you guys. That way you don't have to pause like that. And 2-2 for Andy. We have Basil Moss 2-1, and Crumb with the 1-1. So can they keep this momentum with them? They had the real guns, but both teams didn't really have a lot of utility. This time it's very different. Soulstice able to buy plenty of util, and Stahlbrecher is won and lost based on your util usage. It's absolutely important, and we'll see today if they can use it effectively, because we want to keep their economy up. The question is, can Chillstep bring them down? No, we can't. Should ask the question before I find out the answer, but sometimes it's easier for me that sound like I know what I'm talking about if I wait. Tarmac up ahead on a knife save. And so they were just hoping to get those peaks, those kills, because yes, it is a save round. Did forget that. So right now we have Basil and we have, Tarmac a second ago. Each of them are hoping, can you do this? Are you allowed? I guess maybe you're allowed to do that. And so they planted on the A side. Basil's got to walk on over there. Getting that knife gets you, I believe, $1,200 in total dollars. And so it's good to try to get the kill, but not required. I am not a fan of the knife save, but this will give them enough money to buy with utility into the next round. Like I said, this map is won and lost by utility, and so probably the right answer in the long run. Although Basil Moss does have clips, I guess he's gonna gamble the clips. That's a lot. That's $800, but a chance at 1,000. He's a gambling man, but Andy Bojangles is a faster shooter, and so he rolled the slots and he got a headshot. 1 and 2 in favor of Soulstice. They're turning it around now. And the question is, can Soulstice bring themselves up to the 5 and maybe to the 10 as they are on their way to a win here? So this map overall, I definitely think this is a CT-sided map. This is the pushes are known on how to do it. The rotates are long, but you got to set those up. If you don't set up the smokes, if you have a little bit of mistakes with that, it's going to be hard for them to make that work. We'll see here. It's not very, I would not say it's very sided, but it has a little bit of that taste of sidedness. All right, so Crumb is getting ready to fight Andy. Jaffam and Hudson trade. Andy's aware, and Andy's dead as Crumb takes him out. Scuba Steve gets a flash on, but Basil takes, I don't know, flashes him out. I don't know. I was working on something there, you guys. It's too fast. They can't kill each other fast enough before I can think of the jokes. Come on. Basil Moss versus Mara and Leal. Basil gets one, and Mara gets Basil. And so now it's Mara versus the world here, 1v3. Crumb is rotating down through the smoke. Crumb takes out Mara. 2 and 2. And that's going to put REKT up financially. We're going to see Basil pull out that 50. Oh, no. Basil kept the AK here. He's not going to go for it. But, yeah, hey, so far. Oh, no. They're pinging me. I'm getting the text, boys. This ain't good. Last time that happened, I had a death in the family. Don't ping me while I'm casting. All right, so we have Scuba Steve pushing up on the B side. We have plenty going towards A, though. Moving by truck. Mary Hudson working the mid just a little bit, not too much. Chill and Tarmac are both there, though. And that is what's going to change this round. That's going to be in the favor of REKT here, I assume. Scuba gets Crumb, and they're throwing nades in, but they have 2 people there. The question is, did Leal and did Andy notice that? Chill comes back with a flash, stops him. Tarmac gets 2, kidding. Oh, and Basil gets 1 as well. Now it's just Leal and Andy hurt on A long. And Chill, oh no, that's Basil got. Wait, sorry, okay, I read that and when I heard the gunshots. Tarmac gets Leal, yep, and now we just have Andy who's stuck here. So right now, we'll keep an eye out, but I think it's just gonna be pre-fires and, oh, maybe a little bit of hunting. Dog will hunt, come on. And see, standing there, the peeker advantage goes towards Chill Step, so not sure who he's going for. They were both pretty hurt, but 3 and 2 in favor of REKT now. On top, we have 4 and 3 for Scuba and Mara, 4 and 4 for Andy Bojangles, 5 and 3 for Basil, and 3 and 3 for Tarmac and Crumb. Bombs on the ground, and Leal's going back for it. And we have Scuba going B-ward. And so it looks like a B distraction for an A push. Yeah, right now Soulstice is just struggling to get some like, you know, map control here. They are right now they're on a bit of a save, going Deagles, and so they got to get those early picks. But yeah, they're you know, we just have to see how they control it. REKT this time is playing further back, which is good. None of those nades or flashes really damage Mara. Oh, there we go. Mara took a little bit there. Scuba Steve looks like he's made some actually quite a bit of headroom on his map. Tarmac gets Mara. I don't know what Scuba was trying to do over there, but Jaffin takes him out. We have Andy, who's over here on A mid. Backing away. Slow movements. Hudson. Forward up. Hudson has an AK. Might want to save that. They'll have plenty of money next round, but every extra dollar helps. Gonna surprise Crumb here, though. There we go. He's down. And the thing is, oh, and Hudson gets Jaffam, bringing it down to a 3 versus 3. The thing is does Hudson know that Basil's on site? Well, Andy's about to find out. Leal runs in. Oh, and plants a bomb. Oh, there we go. Hudson's taking out a third. And there we go. Basil takes out Hudson. So that got some extra cash for all the players. Not enough to win the round. It's probably actually worth it now that they got the plant. That risk overall played out well for them. And I moved back to the site a little too early as Basil is defusing. We're going to pick up some guns for that next round. Basil stacked with the cash, $10,000 at the moment. So we look at the scoreboard, 8-3 for Basil, 4-4 for Tarmac, 5-4 for Hudson, and Scuba Steve and Mara both with a 4-4. And yeah, look at the utility on REKT right now. We're seeing everything. We're seeing them set themselves up, but lots of smokes and flashes. I mean, this is, again, what we want to see on some of these pushes. We need to see those early smokes to prevent them from shooting onto them. But the way that REKT plays is so forward in some of these that the standard positions to smoke out aren't as effective here. Basil could be up against a few here. Basil takes some damage, but does quite a bit to Leal, so it's okay. Basil is on site, has dropped down. Crumb takes out Scuba. Scuba pushes in to fight Leal, or sorry, Basil. And he gets Crumb with a nade. Hudson pushed up against Basil, who's waiting for someone to come out on long. And he backs away. Leal and Mara also are rotating off, and it looks like we're going B-word. Now, one of the unfortunate parts about the rotations on this map is how big and wide the map is. Long rotations, and on top of that, they're one-way rotations, meaning that you have to go all the way around if you are on, you know, if you're going in one direction, and the other way has like a shortcut. So right here would have been the shortcut for them, but they had to go through the fire to drop in, but you can't come back out. So right now, Jaffam is hiding in the back of B. Same with Tarmac. And so if Mara and the crew can get onto site, we see Andy there. This might be good. Chillstep is checking his corners, but the question is he ready? They're both peeking, and Andy gets a second shot at making that peek work. He takes him out, and they have A site. We back up, we zoom out, we see Jaffam and Tarmac getting on the site at the pillar. Making noise, everyone knows where they're at. Tarmac pushes in, getting Andy, hoping he, you know, Andy wouldn't, or was it that Tarmac wouldn't check. Mara shoots up against Jaffam, and they trade. Now it's a 1v1, Tarmac versus Leal, and Leal is quite hurt. Leal needs to use that utility to their advantage. One flash. Oh, and there we go. Flashback. And he's just running in. A mad lad. And also dead. Plenty of... Oh, yep. That's plenty of time to defuse. He got a couple points in there. He needed to do 2 flashes in a row. Let the bomb ticker defuse. And then try to get the kill. I think that would have been the way. And Soulstice, you know, a little too eager to get that point. 5-2 in favor of REKT. Look at Andy with the 6-6, 4-5 for Scuba, 8-4 for Basil Moss, and Tarmac with the 6-4. Moving on, A-word, and we'll probably have some mids here as well. Early smokes in mid. Oh, there we go. We got the split. I was like, don't put all 5 long. Don't put 5 long. We'll zoom out. Let's try to get the eagle perspective here. How would you take the ring to Mordor? A question I ask myself often. and I hope you guys don't, because it's a fruitless task. Just wear the ring. Become more powerful than Sauron. But the question is, can Soulstice become more powerful than REKT, though? We'll find out. Chillstep is going to be up against 3, and he's down by 1. We have Tarmac who throws in a flash, a grenade. Noah's... Yep, it's a grenade. As Tarmac gets 2, bringing it back down. Hudson gets Basil, and now Scuba gets the plant. It's just up to Andy and Hudson to rotate through and hold the site, but Japham is going to have good control here in a second as he rotates the radio. Japham rotates on the site, and it doesn't have a diffuser, unfortunately. But Andy is going to take way too long to rotate over there. Hudson has to push in, and and as he did it, I didn't hear the noise until after he was dead. But yeah, that's what I was saying is they have to get in there and make sure they control all sections of the map. That radio push, there's only a brief moment where you can see it from where they were controlling, and it was exploited. 6-2 in favor of REKT. 9-4 right now for Tarmac, 8-5 for Basil, 7-5 for Hudson and Scuba Steve with the 4-6. 1 round left in the half, and they have to get this map if they want a chance at getting into the finals tomorrow. Grenades in. Oh, and they put 3 grenades on the exact same spot. Basil Moss gets hurt. Crumb though gets the first kill. Basil gets another. Ooh, this is not looking good for Soulstice. Mara gets Japham. Basil's there, and he knows someone's coming. A nade down. I can't tell if that hurt Scoob. I didn't check before. But Hudson gets Basil. Now they're able to push in. Crumb is hiding in wait. Lots of grenades. And boosh, he's gone. Tarmac gets Mara. Hudson's alone. Siliqui is challenging me on how the ring would work. Look. Celebrimbor would have done it differently. Sure, he wouldn't have taught him how to make the ring and stuff. He wouldn't have been tricked. But I like the lore of making 10 powerful rings to wear against the 1. All right, 7-2 in favor right now of REKT still, and the half switch. And so this is gonna be REKT proving that they have full map control here. Right now, going actually Glocks and 1911s. But they utiled up. I mean, we see Basil with a grenade. We have 2 smokes from Chill and 2 smokes on a B. That's kind of interesting. I mean, on a first round, you don't often see someone's util up like that. But hey, it's Chill Step. He's going to make, the 1911 work for him. He's going to make him his bitch. Oh, Hudson takes out Chill Step. And remember, I just said that statement, and I'm very wrong. It just, Hudson's great too. Hudson gets Japham as well, and he gets Crumb. The headshots, we've seen 3 so far. Oh, Basilmos gets Hudson, and Tarmac gets Scuba Steve. They're on site. I assume the bomb's down, right? Yep, bomb's down over on Long. And so Basil and Tarmac basically kind of trapped here. Tarmac can't walk out, but he has to rotate the long way. He has to come back for this, and he might as well just take the fight. And there we go. Andy taking out Tarmac, 7-3, and there's Soulstice grabbing their point. Hopefully we can see something similar to Cash, where they, get a little bit of momentum going for them. 10-7 for Hudson, 8-7 for Andy, 12-5 for Tarmac, 10-7 for Basil. All right, the chieftain commands them, or I don't know, maybe he's just trying to figure out where we're supposed to go. But either way, they're making their moves, and they're going for a default this time. By defaulting, they give themselves an opportunity to, hey, just get a pick. That's what the deagle is for. Get a headshot, crack open him some room, then recondense afterwards. We're seeing the same kind of AK play, but if the players play back, this map is, again, there's quite a bit of room to get to your enemies, so if they kill him with the deagle, they have to expose themselves to run and get the gun. So it's kind of okay to use the AKs on this map. Again, but these are top tier players. They know what they're doing. Why am I trying to tell them how to play? I'm a bronzy. I'm a silvery. All right, Basil gets 1, but Scuba takes out Basil. Showstep's pretty hurt. And Andy finishes him off. Mara gets Japham. Tarmac is, and Mara also gets Crumb. And now it's just Tarmac. And those peeks didn't work for him. We have Tarmac here trying to peek in, trying to get that ramp, but ooh, and Scuba, as I look away, takes out Tarmac. 7-4 in favor of REKT as Soulstice gets some momentum. You guys have Pavlov. I almost said the opposite thing. Very not good. The util's coming out on the defense, but we're not seeing as much util on the offense right now because of the economy. It's not really working in their favor at the moment. Hopefully they can bring it back around soon. Chillstep and Jaffam are going to the B side. Oh, actually Jaffam's rotating back. And so they might be going for a slightly distracted A here. We're going to have Chillstep who maybe makes some noise afterwards. Does he have the bomb? No. Yeah, he does have... Wait. No, that's just the radio. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, so he's going to go over... Oh, a grenade. Doesn't hurt him. Yep, slightly distracted A. They're gonna be shooting. They're gonna be making noise. The question is, will it pull Mara and Leo off? And I don't believe it will. If Andy drops, it's gonna be in favor in REKT. Sorry. Oh my God, you guys, I cannot talk. Good and in favor of REKT. Mara gets Crumb, and Mara's just holding long here. All you gotta do is toss some nades, but Jaffam cracks open Mara. Andy rotates back down to A. Tarmac drops as well, but Jaffam kills Tarmac because he didn't communicate to his teammate. Bezamos gets Andy, and now Bezamos is running back through radio. Going to get the plant over on this radio door. Jaffam gets Scuba. Chillstep rotating back, and we're going to see Basil hold the radio doors. We'll see if Hudson's ready for this. You see him slow down. He pulls up his gun, and he pulls down his gun as he's shooting the recoil and killing his enemies. We have Leal here against Chillstep. Shooting through the smoke. Leal is kind of going blindly here. Jaffam gets Hudson. Leal gets Jaffam, and... oh. 1v1. There's a flash. Use it. Now there's not enough. Oh, hold on. Maybe there is. Oh, he hits clips. Oh, he saves the day, and there we go. The momentum, as I was saying, I definitely think it didn't. I didn't realize he had clips, and I thought that was a round loss. But yeah, this is 7-5 at the moment in favor of REKT, but we're seeing 3 rounds in a row so far from Soulstice, so they might be able to bring this one back now, y'all. Question is, can they get 2 more hops? All right, so now we're going with a slightly no, Tarmac's gonna go mid to B. We're gonna see a B push. Now they do have some smoke, some flashes. We need to see a smoke on a headshot over here, and you know, the kind of push that I understand is they smoke off this so they can push up into here. We'll see if they're able to make that work for them. Grenade goes in, but no one goes out, as they were playing slow and cool. All right, being gentle, waiting to crack it open. Smoking this off lets you, let's basically stops Hudson from being able to help them. Another smoke goes a little too far on the headshot box. They're trying to run in. We have Crumb killing Scuba Steve. Now they can push up. We'll see Jaffam checking piss, checking headshot, and Andy headshots him back. Crumb takes out Hudson. Tarmac and Chillstep still back, but they have made forward room as Crumb and Bezamos pushed up ahead. Leo's above. We have a player coming from behind. And Mara takes out Basil. Crumb is pretty hurt back there, but they don't have the utility. I guess they can just throw a flash in there, but why waste? Leo doesn't turn. Oh, no. Oh, did Mara disconnect? What was Mara doing? Okay. Andy knows he's there. He's very hurt, but Chillstep's in the back and shoots him. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, yeah, prediction. All right, so we are, 8-5 at the moment, potentially 2 rounds left in the half. Could be a solid 7. But yeah, I don't know what happened with Mara there. I don't know if it was lag or something, but it just kind of froze as, they weren't able to help their teammate. I think they definitely could have had that round. So we're seeing movements going over to, is someone voting? What? Oh, they kicked Mara. Okay, so it looks like, all right, interesting. Oh, and Mara dropped. She was coming in, so it was like what I thought. Okay, there was an issue. I thought that Mara just dropped the ball, and so now they're gonna have a player down, and hopefully they'll get the player in next round. Andy gets Crumb, and Basil's about to get the plant. Hudson got a kill on Tarmac. Japham gets killed by his own teammate, and now Andy gets Basil. And who needs Mara? Who needs Shua? Because Soulstice are able to grab the points without, regardless. I'm gonna put up another prediction, you guys. There's a chance here that this comeback happens. This is Shawbreaker, baby. Prediction. Channel points. Start prediction. Give me a moment. Can Soulstice win? You guys, we have 2 minutes to vote on this, as it's 8-6 in favor of REKT. They have a chance to make this work. Now, it is a save round for REKT, which means there's a good chance that Soulstice can grab another point here, bring it to an 8-7. This is a close game, and overall, a good match. Not what I was expecting at the end of the half, but Soulstice is showing us that either the map sided or they had something hidden in their sleeves. And hopefully, it's not cheats. That would be bad, but I don't believe they're doing that. Goat vision, baby. All right, so we have Hudson pushing up against Japham, both of them in the mid, but I don't think Hudson knows, and Japham shoots him in the head, grabs a gun, and that is going to be another armed player, and one man down on Soulstice. Gonna move over to the B side, as they're gonna be the ones making some moves next. Tarmac gets Scuba, and this is what I was talking about with the default. Get some kills, grab some guns, make it work. Now they have a 4-man army to go on A as Shua backs off and leaves the site completely open because they fell for Chill Step doing a slightly distracted A here. Again, it was a default. They got the room, but yeah, they fell for Chill Step. Who wouldn't fall for Chill Step, really? Now we have Shua, peeking here, going wide, and if someone checks him, he's gonna, Shua's gonna get wrecked. Leo's gonna be helping, and yeah, Andy gets Basil, and we want to see these guys wait because they're gonna get pincered. All right, a lot of people died here, and only REKT players lived. So 9-6 in favor of REKT here. Potentially 1 round left. And what is Soulstice's money situation? Not enough. Not enough. It is not looking good here. As they are hurting for cash and opted to buy guns, but they have to. I mean, you can't really save for util here. Hudson didn't buy a flash. Shame on Hudson, as he could have afforded one. Slow movements. B-side. Making their way. Scuba's playing forward. Could surprise someone, but he's probably going to get killed in the process. Hudson's going to be in the back. It's up to Hudson to crack, but he gets cracked as he gets a damage onto him. Tarmac finishes him off, and now it's Scuba Steve alone on site as Andy has to rotate back in. Scuba pushes out, gets one, and gets dunned. Chill Step gets a nade on Andy, and that is B site open, and they're going to be able to plant. It's going to take Shua and Leo a bit to rotate. And they don't have the utility to break their way in. 2 versus 4, and we are looking at what's likely the end, unless the author have a different story instead. Oh my god. You guys, I can't talk. And there we go. Jab takes out Shua, and now it's Leo. Barely alive, but not yet dead. Now you're dead. All right, that is it. That was REKT. But Soulstice, again, very good games from them. Overall, that was a relatively close matchup. So we have Shua at the bottom, 0-2. Unfortunate to join in for 2 rounds and weren't able to make them work for him. Leo with the 6-11. Scuba Steve, 8-12. Hudson with the 12-13. Andy Bojangles, 14-12. Chillstep with 7-9. 12-9 for Crumb. Japham, 13-12. Same with Basil Moss, and Tarmac on top with 14-11. And so the least death award split between Crumb and Chillstep here today. So let me, hold on. Oh, you guys, I'm trying to get back. We're trying to get back. Scoreboard, dude, I got locked in the game, dude. So let's update this, and that's REKT going on to the finals tomorrow. And so they're gonna be playing up against Dream Team, and so we'll see how that works for them. We had some good matches here tonight. Again, underdog stories that didn't play out, but were good to watch regardless. We saw some beautiful moments, and I think that's what everyone here wants to have. And so let me quickly get up the information for what's happening tomorrow, so that way you guys can be on top of everything. Give me one moment. So tomorrow, we have Europe at 2 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have our bronze match at 2 p.m. and we have our finals at 4. And that the finals is going to be Crimson Claw versus... Why is not all the information on the same? Probably OP, I assume. Oh no. Oh no, you guys, I'm going to get fired. But then later that night, 6 p.m. Eastern, our bronze match. That's going to be my demoted Kiwi Voltron list versus Soulstice. And then we're going to have our finals, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, assuming that the games finish in time. That's going to be REKT versus Dream Team. So I hope to see you guys all back here tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. I'm sure I'll be on some of these. But if not, I'll be here with you in the chat, living on amongst you guys. All right, I'm gonna send you guys over to the credits. You're done with me. I'm glad you guys checked this out. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to you guys. Thank you to Nero Minded and Evil Creature. Or no, I already thank you, Evil Creature. Unthank you. But Nero Minded, thank you for the follow. I'm gonna send you guys off to the credits, and maybe we'll get a raid started.